Hello. Let me just try to get my phone on here. So I thought that since I have a little bit of time, I can come on here really quick and start this pan pastel of this cute little field mouse. And this picture was given to me by the very kind Gary Chisholm. I think that's how you say his name. I'm not sure. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Anyways, he's amazing photographer. You could view his stuff over on ViewBug. He has a ton of photos. Just, yeah, great wildlife stuff. He's like really amazing. So he let me use this as my reference photo. So let me just show you. This is what the photo looks like. It's actually like that. So I just cropped it a little bit. So that is what I'm going to be working from. And yeah, so I have some time, so I figured we could just kind of go through and block in the color, and yeah, I might make it a couple part live stream and stuff. So I have all my pans here. I have these in here and some off to the side. And for some reason, I can't find my my applicator thing that I can use for these, so that sucks. But I have these and all the other little ones in here, so I can just work with that. So yeah, we will just get started here. And this is going to be my, let's see, 1, 2, 3, maybe my 4th piece, maybe 5th, using pan pastels. And I love pan pastels. They're so easy to use. They're pretty forgiving. And yeah, it's just a fun medium to work in. It's quick. You can get a lot done really quick. I am going to be using also pastel pencils on top of this. So I just use the pans to block in the basic, the basic colors and stuff. So I have a map, and then when I want to do more detail, I will go on top with the pastel pencils. So, oh yeah, and really quick, I just wanted to show you guys that on my last live stream, it was my very first one, and I was doing the Hulk with the chameleon pens, and I ended up going back on top with colored pencils. So I'm just going to show you guys that really quick. This is how it turned out. It was definitely challenging because, like I said, I'm not a marker artist, and I did this one as well. So it was hard. It was a challenge. It's something that you have to practice at and get used to, but I think it was fun. I don't know. So what I was thinking of doing is doing like a sketchbook Monday or something, maybe where I can upload videos using a sketchbook, like using the markers and colored pencils, kind of doing mixed media, maybe even doing some watercolors and color pencils too, just because those are things that I'm not used to working in, and I want to get better at them. So I don't usually do sketchbooks for, stuff that I know how to do. I kind of use it just for practice on things. So I don't know. I think it would kind of be fun to do some videos on that, so you guys can kind of just see and go along with me on my journey of trying to get better at markers and watercolors. Because yeah, I love watercolors and marker art. I've seen some really cool things, and I'm just, I don't know, I don't feel like I'm that great at it. So, but I just love how it looks, and I think watercolors are fun, but to me they're kind of hard. I don't know, it's so different in how you work with, like this, or with paint, regular paint and stuff. It's just so different. So it's hard for me to kind of get a grasp on it, but I definitely want to practice and keep going from there. So this I'm just blocking in right now, just the background. I'm just going to go over with this green all over, and then I will kind of build it up with the other greens. And the obviously the background is like really blurry and stuff, and the pans are perfect for that if you want a blurry background, because you know they're so smooth, they're so soft that you can like easily get that. So I really like that about these two. So we're gonna just keep building in that. You know what? I'm gonna move these because you're probably getting tired of seeing my arm come in the shot. So I'm gonna move these over here. There we go. Just move stuff around. It's probably annoying. Okay. There we go. So when I saw this photo, I just was like, oh my gosh, I have to do that. It is so cute. And I just love him on all the little berries and stuff. It's just really cute. And I actually got this photo like a long time ago. I swear it's probably been like a year that I asked him if I could use this, and I just haven't because I've just been doing other things or haven't had time. So I'm glad that I'm finally able to use it. So let's see. So that's kind of the basic green. This green. And then what I do is I keep a white piece of paper on the side, because if you don't have the exact color, you can always mix your colors. So I kind of just do that here. Like say I want this green, but I want it to be a little bit lighter. I can just mix it right on the paper, and you can get the color that you want better. Let me open up some of these too, see what I have here. I definitely want to get more too. My collection isn't like huge, but I do love working with these. So I want to get more, build it up. Oh yeah, that's good. And you can mix them in your pans too. They'll get, you know, it's not a big deal. Kind of just get some variation in here. It's so easy to get this muted background because, you know, you're just going to be throwing color here, throwing color there. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just want the suggestion of the colors. See, and you can kind of mix right on here too if you want. So there's lots of methods to do as far as mixing and getting the right color that you want. See, that was that color, and then I just added some white, and that really changed it. Just get some of this. I think I bought, what did I buy? What sets? I'm not sure. I must have just bought the greens. I know I bought like a, what was it? Like a was it seascapes or something? I don't know. So I have quite a bit of blues and quite a bit of greens. Now I don't remember. It was a long time ago. So I don't even remember what sets I bought. And these plastic trays are awesome. They're so like handy to have them that way. So I definitely want to get more of those so that I could just store them all like that, because they're easier to see rather than having them stacked on each other. And I'm working on pastel matte paper. I love this paper, although it is the only one that I've used. But I love it because it's really, I don't know, I want to say it's not textured, but I mean, it has enough texture to where you can really layer on this. So all your layers are going to hold up, and you can go on top with the pencils, and it's going to stick, and you can get really, really good detail with it. So I really like that. Let's see, this over here is kind of like really muted. And then also what I do after I will get, you know, a good layer onto the paper, I will kind of go through with a paper stump and just really rub it into the paper. Just make sure that it's on there. And I love this because you don't have to touch it. And I usually hate pastels. I've used pastels before, but regular like oil pastels. And I just didn't like them because I'm like really weird with like chalky texture and stuff. I don't like how it feels on my fingers. So I just never did it because if I have to touch it, I'm like, ugh, it freaks me out. So when I saw these and like the results that people were getting with it, and then I was like, no, that can't be pastel. And then I was like, oh my gosh, you don't have to touch it at all because you have these cool applicators. And then if you're using the pencils, like you just, it's awesome. I'm like, oh my gosh, you don't even have to get your fingers dirty. I mean, you can rub it in with your fingers if you wanted to, but I just use the stumps and that works fine. Because, yeah, I'm not a big fan of chalk or, yeah, pastel, the filling. It's like, ugh, freaks me out. So this is awesome if you have that fear of texture like that. This background, yeah, this is gonna be like super quick because it's really, really blurred. And you don't always have to blend it in with the paper stump if you don't want, but on like some of these first layers, like I will, just because, especially if you want it more blurry, then you can do that. But this is actually it's actually going on really well as far as being blurred. So, let's see, what do I have on here? I should probably be using a clean one, but oh well. So you can go in there and just rub it in real good. Really get it into that paper, into these little corners here. See, just really smooths it out and pushes it into that paper. All right, so I could keep working on this, but because there is a little bit more variation, but I think I'm going to stop with the background and I can go back and work on it a little bit more. Let's see. Oh, there goes my dog. So I'm going to switch. Oh, I wish I had my applicator. They do come with these little makeup brushes, but it's kind of annoying. Let's try this light color here. I think I have a package at my door. That's why my dog's going crazy. This is still really blurred right here, but you can tell it's like a branch.
Mom?
Yeah, buddy.
There's a package right out the door.
Oh, okay. I'll get it in a minute. You don't open the door, okay? Thank you. Guess I missed a branch right here. I also like that with these, there's not that much fallout for, you know, dust and stuff. I mean, there's a little bit, and, you know, it's handy to have like a little vacuum or something where you can vacuum it up. I kind of just blow mine off, but if you have a vacuum, that'd be super handy. But it's not as much as, you know, with some other pastels. So I'm just going to kind of blend this in with the background because it's still quite blurry, so you can't really see detail. It's just colors there. And normally I do work like this on the background first, but sometimes I get too excited and then I just go right in to the subject on the foreground, but it is easier to work from the back forward. All right, so now I will start blocking in this stuff. So So let's see what kind of browns I have here. That might work. And I don't have to be perfect right now with my colors because I will be going on top, but it just gives you a nice base to start with. And then you can refine the colors as you build up your layers. So this is just, yeah, it's not real close, but, and that's what's good about the pencils too, because then you can really, you know, build up that texture. And you definitely don't have to do that. You can use the pans to complete a painting. Sometimes you get to a stage and you're like, oh yeah, that's good, that's good, I'm done, you know, and you totally could be, but I like to have it kind of realistic as I can. It's just fun for me, but you totally don't have to go that far with it. He's so cute. I do use Conti sticks too sometimes to block in color, certain color, especially if I don't have the color, because I don't have like a ton of pans or anything, but yeah, so I use those, and then I can go back on top with my Carbothello pastel pencils. And those are really nice. I like them. Let's see, now I have kind of this like area is a little bit orangey, kind of pink, and I don't know if I have anything like that, so I might have to get my Conti sticks. Let's see, these are blues. Actually, let me just lay down this color. It took me a while to, it's really dark, but that's all right. It took me a while to get used to working with these because I've never done oils before, and I guess you work with these in kind of how you work with oils. So I'm an acrylic artist, so I usually work light to dark, but with these you could work dark to light. So I remember my first one, I was just like making it harder than it had to be because I just wanted to do light to dark, and you really have to do dark to light with this because when you're building up the layers, if you're starting with the lightest color first, you're not going to be able to, you know, it's not going to show up really well. I mean, you can go back and forth. I do sometimes, but it's easier to do dark to light. So I'm getting better with it, definitely, but it's still sometimes confusing. Let's see, we have kind of this like dead flower thing back here. I don't even know what it is, but better put that in before I forget. And then I didn't even draw the little berry things, but we're just going to go with it and I'll just see. Yeah, I don't even know if I have the colors that I need for that. Try to make it for these purple ones here. least to just loosely block them in, because like I said, I mean, we're going to go back on top, so the color doesn't matter too much right now. And those are a lot darker. And you don't even have to do this right away. You can go in with one base color on the whole thing first if you wanted. I think maybe that was my intention, because I don't know why I didn't draw them in. So that must have been my plan. And I'm just throwing in some darker browns with this like reddish tones, and some blue to kind of make it darker, because that's kind of what's showing up there. And there is, let's see, this light blue at the top of these here where the light is reflecting, like the sky. So I'm going to get those in now. Sometimes if you have really bright highlights, you do want to get those tones in first, because, you know, especially if it's like a bright white highlight, you can lay that down first, because if you go too dark and then you want to try to put white, for the most part, I mean, it will, but if it's like white, then put it in first, because it kind of will be hard to bring back. So I'm just going to lay some of this blue tone down and then go from there. Oops, wrong side. See, so that just gives me a real basic foundation. And then obviously I will go on top with the pencils and the Conti sticks to really define it, and yeah, just get it to how I want it to look. Because I don't have dark enough shades, I think, with, I really need to get black. I don't even have black, but there's definitely needs, you know, more dark colors in there, so that I can, you know, you want your values in there and stuff, and your contrast. So But right now I'm just going to be real loose with it. Just try to get the basic shapes, the basic colors in there. And then I can refine it. Yeah, I have a couple whites, but I definitely need to get a black. I think that would help. Because I just don't have anything real dark enough. It's like I have this dark brown, but it's not enough. So right now I'm throwing in those blue highlights again. Just trying to get those in because I don't want to lose that or not be able to put it in later on if I go too dark. Are you guys even getting all this? Let me see. Oh yeah, you can see it. Just making sure. Okay, so I have one more purple one here, purplish, but it's actually more blue. Like these are more purple. This one's really blue. Almost looks like a blueberry. So I'm gonna add more of this blue color here. It's kind of like a blue gray, I guess. Yeah, that works for now. So let me go in with this. Get the highlight here. Yep, I'm pretty limited with my colors, so I think I need to order some more. It's still not blue enough. I'm gonna go in with this like more royal blue. It's a little bit brighter. And see what that does. And some of these highlights that I'm doing right here are not this bright, so I'll mute them down, but at least I have that map there so I can kind of see where they are. So I'll definitely be able to finish this blocking in stage today, and then tomorrow or later, whatever, I can start going on top with more details, so that's, you know, it's pretty quick. That's what I love about this, is that you can work really quickly, get it done. Get more of that blue in there. Still coming out pretty purple because I don't have the right blue. Yeah, that royal blue works better than that blue gray. Makes it darker and a little more blue, so guess we'll stick with that one. And there's some pretty dark values in there, but I'm not able to get them because I could just go with straight, but that's like too blue. Yeah, buddy.
These things came from my party.
Yeah, they did. You got them for your birthday, huh?
Yeah. And what they hid the treasure, and then what they hid the treasure, and then what these pop.
I know, that's cool,
how
huh?
They would hit a treasure. And what they hit a treasure, and then that thing would push down, and then they would pop out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm not sure how happy I am with this one. It's kind of funky, but that's all right. We'll move on. So let me get a different applicator because that one is pretty full. Let's see, this one has green. Oh my gosh, look at, I'm a mess. Okay, so these two are like a red, which I don't really have that colors either. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that with my Conti sticks. And then these here are green.
I think the wasting is dead, but not the control.
Oh, okay. We'll put batteries then.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
soon.
hope it doesn't have those circle ones. Because if it does, and if that puts it in, then that's gonna not make it work out.
Sorry, I have to record on my phone. I just got a phone call. Oh my gosh. We might have to finish this one quick because my son is getting antsy now. But we'll definitely, I can come back on another time. I wish I could schedule these things better, but it's hard for me to schedule them because, you know, my kids are home and stuff, so I kind of have to just do it when I could do it. But if I have time tomorrow, I'll definitely come on again tomorrow to finish more of this. Alright guys, sorry about that. This is gonna have to be it for today, but we will definitely come back on tomorrow and finish up probably the blocking in stage. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this part so far. Talk to you later. Bye.